However, for those more in tune with their inner self, the world can feel like a very unwelcoming place. When others don't seem to be seeing the world as you see it from a similar perspective, it can feel as though the safety and comfort of your own mind is the only place we truly feel understood. But alas, we must come to face the fact that all the wisdom in the universe doesn't make just sitting on your couch knowing it any more exciting. There must come a time when rejoining the world becomes imperative. In order to find balance between the two, we must first determine if our inward journey is beginning to work against our outside progress. And when we determine that is, what do we do next? Is your inward journey inhibiting your progress? His Majesty said that the material and the spiritual must go hand in hand. It means you must have perfect balance. Yeah, you can't get so holy that you forget you have to feed your children, right? And so, and you can't get so materialistic that you also abandon your children. Kind of goes hand in hand, right? So, is your inward journey inhibiting your progress? When spirituality begins to monopolize our whole life at the cost of us working on our goals, it is most likely a sign that less time needs to be devoted to our inner journey to make way for action steps to be taken in our outside world. The most important indicator in determining whether or not it's time to get back out into the world is to connect with our emotional reaction towards the idea. Our emotional response is our inner compass, which points us in the direction of our highest wisdom and evolution. So, if rejoining the world sounds completely terrifying, unexciting, or even physically impossible due to an illness or other physical setbacks, it is only a clear sign that it's not the time. But if one gets the feeling of confidence and excitement to get back out into the trenches, so to speak, this most assuredly is the green light to do just that. Come out of your cocoon. Make the world more beautiful. You should leave the world more beautiful than you have found it when you were born. Then you have done some service to existence. The Brethren Oshu said that.
Oh, yes.
Every
Oh,
beautiful butterfly requires time to transform inside their little cocoon. But there comes a time when it's time to shed that cocoon and show the world the beauty we have cultivated, and for our presence to inspire others to do the same. Coming out of the cocoon can be slightly overwhelming for the person who has spent so much time in the comfort of their own mind, but by being patient with ourselves, we can break it into smaller steps that make the whole process a little easier. Basically what we're doing with the sacred order of the caterpillar. And if persons were to go over each of those lessons or those steps, you can see where we are engaged in establishing or leaving a system that ones after us will still be able to use on this journey. And you're just making the journey a little easier, I guess. You're just clearing the path from the sticks that you might have stumbled on. Yeah, but we can't clean up the path too much. Coming out of the cocoon can be overwhelming. It says, small but new choices. Lesson 1 was choice, right? Small but new choices each day will begin to invite more passion and excitement into our daily life, which push us into the path of our most highest good, or our highest good. Maybe that choice is joining a gym, signing up for a cooking class, or applying for a dream job. Even if you think it's impossible to get, you'll never know if you don't try, right?
right.
Anything that feels exciting and something that you wouldn't normally do for yourself. New choices will begin to manifest new possibilities and outcomes. For example, Maybe you meet your soulmate at your cooking class, or the dream job you applied for just to see actually calls you back for an interview. The choices don't have to be huge, but in order to be of some service to this world and for your own experiencing of this world to the fullest, a choice in a new and fresh direction needs to be made. Quite interesting. I wasn't even paying attention that it's actually given these steps.
The steps.
It says, don't be ashamed to shine. Love.
So you cannot be ashamed to shine.
There you go. So Lin Namka said, love in action is service to the world. Love in action is service to the world. Once you've started to follow your joy by taking time away from your inner progress to focus on the outside world again, it is important that you allow your inner light to shine through you. After all, the world is transformed by the people who become the change they wish to see. The wisdom we have cultivated in our inner journey will be what leads others to do the same in their own life. Pardon me. Those of us who have undertaken this spiritual journey all deserve a pat on the back. It is quite a courageous thing to go against what the rest of the world believes.